channel, Scenes with Shireen. I'm going to be doing another pick a card reading today. I really enjoyed doing it last time, so why not do it again? It's another week, another reading. So we have 4 groups here. I've already pre-shuffled them and picked the cards for you. So whichever pile you feel drawn to. I also did something a little different, and I wrote down little cards of words. So sustaining, celebration, crystal clear, and leverage. And this is group 1, this is group 2, and this is group 3, and this is group 4. So just take a moment and either meditate on or see which card jumps out to you most, which card catched your eyes first, which word message jumps out to you most, or a little picture at the end. It's really up to you. So you can pause the video if you need to, but if not, we're just gonna jump right on in. Okay, so I'm gonna do this a little bit differently than I did my my last pick a card reading. I wanted to go through and read each card like I did before, but as I was doing that, I felt like it wasn't resonating. So I think what I'm supposed to do is lay all these cards out for you, so that you can see everything and do a sequential, like, 1-minute reading of the whole thing. So, group 1, I'm getting the message that one of your bad habits is that you take on too many tasks for yourself that you can handle, and it's not actually sustaining to your mental health. And the reason you do this is because you want to feel like you're saving the world, like you want to feel on top of the world, you want to feel like you are being a helping hand, but at the same time you're scared of looking like a flop, like looking like someone who is emotional and doesn't have their life together. So because of this, you've kind of gotten in the habit of denying your feelings, which allows you to more readily take on all of these habits. And I'm getting the message that it's time for you to let go of these habits, which can be a very fearful process, but also very helpful. And I'm getting the message that all of your guides are around you, all of your angels. Like, a lot of the times, we have 1 or 2 specific guides that are with us at any given time. I mean, many have more, but just generally speaking, we usually have just a couple guides that are with us at one time. And they kind of interchange out. However, I feel for you, whoever chose group number 1, that all of your guides are coming together at this time to help you release your fear of being emotional and your fear of not being good enough. Because I'm getting the message that you take on a lot of tasks because you fear that you're not good enough. And by taking on all of these tasks, you'll be someone who is successful and who is involved and who has integrity and is doing all these things and helps people, which are all great aspirations to have, but in moderation, right? Remember to keep yourself sustaining. We want to work hard, but have enough energy to work hard for a long amount of time, not just in one spurt. So that's the message that I'm getting for you, group 1. I hope that resonated, and thank you for clicking on this video and watching a pick a card reading with me. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay, group 2. Okay, group 2. So I'm doing this reading a little bit different than I did my last reading, my last pick a card reading. I am actually just laying all the cards out. And, oh, this is interesting. I'm laying all the cards out and doing like a quick 1 to 2 minute like overview of all the cards. Okay, so right off the back, I'm getting a message about this double 4. You got 2 4 cards. And oh my god, 4 4 4 4 4. You got a lot of 4s going on, which is the number of divine angelic guidance that is encouraging you to say that you are on the right track and you know what you're doing. I'm getting the message that there's a lot of mirroring effects that are happening around you at this time, which are helping you to see some of your bad habits and some of the things that you need to overcome. I'm getting the message that there's a little bit of resistance that you're experiencing towards these mirroring effects, and maybe a little bit of separation that's going on where you're feeling like, oh, you know, you're seeing something that someone's doing and saying, oh, they're annoying or they're irritating or they're immature or they're this or they're that, but actually what you're seeing are parts of yourselves that have not been healed yet. And a way that you can overcome this is by practicing the art of we are one when you meet someone who is showing you some negative traits. Like, I like to literally say to someone who is irritating me or who I feel I may have some issues with, I say, I am you and you are me. We are one. And regardless of how literal you take that, it's just a good practice because it helps you get into the mindset of unity and of understanding that their flaws are actually unhealed parts of yourself being manifested in front of you for you to understand. Now, does that mean it's okay for people to treat you poorly? No. Like, what goes around comes around. Of course, they'll get their karma, but it's important to understand that the only reason you are in a situation where you can see something happening like that is so that you can understand yourself deeper. That's really just the simplicity of it all. I get the sense that you're a very spiritual person. You think a lot, and sometimes thinking can be one of your bad habits. Sometimes you can tend to get lost in the stars. And by that, I just mean in spiritual concepts. So how can you break this bad habit? Listening. I'm getting being in the present moment is something that is very important for you to do at this time. And listening to other people when they speak can really help you get a hold of yourself and discover that you are being guided on a very whimsical journey right now. But I feel like this journey is not what you think it is. And getting the message to open your eyes, watch out for signs. Transformation is coming. Also, I'm getting the message that having some plants in your room can be very helpful for getting you out of this bad habit of being in your head too much. Or, because I think the irritation with other people is coming from being in your head too much. And taking care of plants can really help you get into the present moment. Because it helps you, like you're caring for another living being. It helps you just to understand the here and the now. Also, I'm getting a message that you tend to want to fly away. You tend to want to escape. Oops. Literally, as the crystal jumps out of my hand. That's so awesome. But I get the message that you want to fly away, you want to escape, and that's where all this thinking and this living in your head is coming from. So again, I'm getting the message, listening can really help to mitigate this bad habit. Listening to your elders, listening to your children. And if you don't have children, listening to any children who are around you. Reading can also be really good for you at this time. But I'm getting reading reading fictional books, actually. Like, I feel like you are one who likes to read like spiritual concepts, or maybe like nonfiction, really, to like expand your knowledge. But I'm actually getting that reading non-fictionals, like not nonfiction. I'm getting the message that reading fictional stories can be very healing and to help you overcome this bad habit. So we have the word celebration for you. And I feel like there is a light at the end of the tunnel that's coming for you. You're going through a big breakthrough right now. And you deserve to celebrate. Treat yourself. Thank you so much for watching and letting me do another pick a card reading for you. If you like this video, come back for more. Okay, group number 3. Okay, so I'm doing this reading a little bit different than I did my previous pick a card reading. I'm going ahead and laying out all the cards for you at once and doing kind of like just a quick 1 to 2 minute reading going through. So the message you had on your card is crystal clear. Oh, I'm getting the message that you guys have been diving deep into yourself. You've been really, really trying to change for the better. Really been trying to release some bad habits. That's probably why you're clicking this video. However, the other cards, I didn't get, like, the last cards I got that they were kind of like a spiritual person, which you might be as well, but I'm getting more so that you've been doing some self-reflecting. You've really been trying to look at yourself in the mirror and understand why you are the way that you are. You're doing a good job. Wow, you're really working hard, aren't you? Group number 3. You're really working hard. You're listening. You're listening to others. You're releasing. I think really one of your bad habits is slipping into fear. Being scared of the unknown, of the future, which you know and you're trying to work on. I think there's some people in your life that may be triggering for you, that it can be helpful for you to release at this time. I think that they may be contributing to you falling into the fear complex. I get the sense that they don't have your best interest at heart. Some of them may be backstabbing you. I hate to say that, but I really feel like you have your eyes on the future and you want to move forward in your life, but you have friends that are holding you back. I feel that you are very gentle. I mean, even my voice has gotten more gentle in this group number 3. I feel like you're a gentle, soft-spirited person who tends to be optimistic and fearful. I really sense a lot of fear. I feel like you may want to be perfect, but you know that you aren't, which no one is. And I really feel like the best thing that you can do right now is... Sorry, I'm slamming stuff down here. I really am getting the best thing that you can do right now for yourself is to surround yourself with people who are like-minded, around more vibrant souls who are loving and enthusiastic and motivating. And also to start working on your foundations, making your foundations a little bit stronger. Can be very helpful for you at this time. Okay, thank you, group number 3. That's all the messages that I have for you. Also, if you're still around, the message you had was crystal clear. And I think that represents that you are seeing yourself clearly for who you are at this time. You've really been doing some self-reflecting and you're starting to see your true self. Just work on letting go of the fear, and the first step to that is letting go of friends or people who trigger you to feel fearful. Okay, thank you, group number 3. Last group number 4. So I'm doing this a little bit different, group number 4, than my last card reading. I am laying all the cards out for you and then doing a quick... Ooh, sorry, I get excited. 10, 9, 8. Ooh. And then doing a quick 1 to 2 minute reading across. I think you were the group that I had the cards jumping out at me. Ooh. You are coming out your shell, I see. I feel like if you're in group number 3, you've been really trying to venture out of your comfort zone. And you have gone on some crazy cool adventures. Oh my God, you feel like you're feeling confident in a way that you've never felt before. You're swimming diagonally. You're taking a different direction. You're not going forward or backward. You're going diagonal, which is really just a slow, gradual change in the right direction. Which I feel like you have previously traveled way off your path and you're making your way back to your original path. You've done some maybe dirty things, maybe some things that you're not so proud of, and that's what motivated you to go back on your path to yourself. But it's okay. It's a beautiful journey you have. I really get a sense that you have such an exciting life. Again, I get the message with this 10, 9, 8 that's going in this direction. I get the message that you took some time to go backwards on your path because you wanted to explore some different experiences and now you're on your way back to your divine path. A light has turned on, and you feel confident about this light. What are your bad habits? Swimming with the crowd. Maybe you may tend to be easily influenced by others, even if you don't realize it. And I get this sense that traveling can actually be helpful for your healing at this time. If you have any extra money or you have any friends who live in another state or another city or town, I would recommend going to see them. I think it will give you a shift in perspective and see a different kind of crowd. Also, I think you tend to be kind of harsh on yourself. This is another bad habit of yours. Maybe not seeing yourself for your true self. And I think a way that this manifests is you may have a tendency to talk down about other people. It doesn't feel like it's out of hatred for them. I think it's just because you have felt a little ashamed of your past. And I think closing those lips, not like trying your best to put other people trying your best to talk about people in a good way can really help you get through this bad habit. And leverage is the word that I got for you. And I think your leverage is that you've had a very interesting, exciting life that can bring life to others. I feel like you can do a career that has to do with your telling stories, or maybe being a director, bringing stories to life. I feel like you are going to bring your past to brighten the lives of others, and that's your leverage in life. So thank you, group number 4, for watching. I hope that you enjoy this video, and subscribe or like if you enjoyed it. Thank you. Thanks so much for watching.